This is what has happened to the City Stadium in Filbert Street, home of Leicester City Football Club for 111 years, from 1891 to 2002. And the last season here was equally destructive. Relegation and the club heading into financial difficulties and eventually towards football administration. But then, because it is all about keeping the faith, we moved to the Walker Stadium, and what a fabulous first season. Promotion at the first attempt back into the only place to be, the Premiership. And what a first season in this wonderful Walker Stadium. Automatic promotion, just 2 home league defeats. Let's look back on the wonderful season to remember.
This is really a football club that's in the heart of the community, and it's got a real, they're proud of it, you know, and I think that showed this year when we went into administration, that how many people got behind it. And those were dark days, and we and I as a manager of the football club appreciated their support.
With the experience I think we had and we've got, and the belief we had in ourselves, and everything sort of stacked against us, you know, I felt that we was always going to get promoted.
Somerby's ball. Brian Dean opens his account. Leicester 1, Watford 0. Scowcroft pushing wide. Looks up and finds Dean again. 2-0 Leicester City. The face tells the story. Brian Dean's ball. Dickov, right-hand side of this penalty box. Deep ball this time. Scowcroft there! Leicester ahead! Make it look so easy at times, don't they? Great ball. Great leap.
There are some games best forgotten. Not many this season, but this was certainly one. Substitute John Ashton handled the ball. He'd been on the field only 4 minutes, replacing the injured Jerry Taggart. There was no doubt that it was a penalty. But what a let-off when Ian Walker saved the ball and managed to keep it in play. But that was the end of any good luck going Leicester's way. Ipswich were not fazed by this reverse, and Matt Holland gave them the lead in first half injury time. But before the half-time break, Leicester were level. Another substitute, Jonathan Stevenson, on for the injured Somerby, scored from 25 yards. Not a moment that goalkeeper Marshall will relish seeing again. The second half was pretty well all one-way traffic. From a corner and a crowded penalty area, Holland scored his and Ipswich's second. Before the final whistle, Ipswich scored 4 more for a resounding 6-1 win. Leicester's first defeat of the season in a game where they picked up 3 injuries and 3 yellow cards.
Dickov under it. Here's Brian Dean. Brian Dean! Leicester have the advantage inside 3 minutes. Dean flicks on for Dickov this time. Tug back, is he? John Micky, the offender. Yes, says the referee. Penalty, Leicester City. Paul Dickov from the spot. 2-0. Forster trying to get around Impey. Brought him down, has he? Penalty kick. No doubt about it in David Ellery's mind. Jamie Curitan. 2-1 now. Popovic bursting through and wide. Best chance of the game so far. Longhoik forward. Taggart's underneath it. Suspicions of an elbow. Dougie Friedman, the man down. Cherry Taggart is dismissed.
A sparkling first-half show earned Micky Adams' team a third consecutive home win. 10 minutes gone when Taggart headed down for Junior Lewis to score his first senior goal and against his old club. The second goal came just before the break. Walker's long clearance, Dean's flick on and an unstoppable shot from Paul Dickov. It was a very comfortable win and a superb strike for the second goal. At the end of August, Leicester were lying third, with only one defeat in 6. It was a good start, but how had Micky Adams turned it around?
It was difficult. I think the one plus that we had was that Harry stepped aside after the Manchester United game in the Premiership, which effectively left me with 4 games. We came out of those 4 games undefeated and won the last ever game at Filbert Street, and I think that gave everybody a little bit of confidence going into the summer and a little bit of belief in me, because really they'd known me as an assistant manager. They didn't know how I was going to operate as a manager, and I think on a couple of occasions a couple of players did try it on with me slightly, and I left them in no uncertain terms, them and the squad, that I wouldn't tolerate the things as a manager that I'd tolerated as an assistant manager.
Also in August, there was mounting speculation that the club would be forced to sell their prized asset, Muzzy Izzet.
Just wanted to basically get this season. I wanted to try and get this club back into the Premiership, not just myself, but the rest of the boys did as well, because we felt the boys that got the club relegated wanted to get them promoted again, and that was our aim, to be honest.
Williams comes through, 1-0! Wimbledon ahead at Selhurst Park. 2 went over the free kick, it's Shipley! 2-0 inside the first quarter of an hour. Jordan Stewart, neat feet. Ball's whipped in towards Benjamin. Comes away as far as Rogers. 2 men still in there, one is Benjamin! 2-1! There is hope. Izzet's corner kick. Benjamin's gone down. Referee spots it and gives the penalty. No doubt in his mind. On the spot, it's Muzzy Izzet. 2 each. All square. Time is ticking away here, still looking for this winner. Here's Stewart with support. Jordan Stewart, we know he can hit him from here. He has done! Oh, what a screamer! Wonderful finish! 9 minutes to go, and from 2-0 down, Leicester have gone 3-2 up. What a strike that was! Sensational!
Leicester had to work hard to get into the third round of the Worthington Cup, despite taking a lead midway through the first half from Alan Rogers, his first goal for the club. But Hull made sure they went into the second half level. The defence caught napping by a quick free kick, and Gary Alexander made them pay. No more goals in 90 minutes, so the game went into extra time. But just 17 seconds into that extra time, Leicester were back in front, predictably Paul Dickov the scorer. On 97 minutes, it was 3-1. Rodgers' second, latching onto a ball from Scowcroft, almost a carbon copy of his first. It ended the third division side's hopes, and a minute later, it was 4-1. Scowcroft rose at the far post to head home from Dickov. It was more or less a free header. Hull kept going to the end, and they scored a second. Scant reward for Leicester's former manager, Peter Taylor.
Corner kick finds no one. Rob Lee may look to try and send it back in, and does. There's Riggott! Derby ahead! Dean looked for the flick on, away from Higginbottom. Dickov, Scowcroft's ball. Muzzy Izzet! One each! Dickov. Nice little triangles of football now. Here's Stewart with Brian Dean to his right. Dean! 2-1! Quality finish! Long Walker kick. Dean under it for the flick on. Dickov through and away from his marker. Paul Dickov! Derby Day defeat for Derby. Leicester surely now victorious. Keeper going to parry. Brian Dean! Sinclair up well. Elliott flicks it in. The captain is on the score sheet. 2-0. Great touch from Scowcroft. Here's Dickov. Going to get away from his man. Brought down. Penalty kick. The little Scot from the spot. 3-0. Dickov finds Scowcroft. Scowcroft! Oh, finds the net! Rodgers sends it deep. There's Sinclair! Headed it down, textbook, went over the bar. Dickov scampering away again, waiting for the help. It comes eventually from Davidson. Scowcroft! Oh! No! Pressman, how lucky can you get? Looking for Paul Dickov. Goes to ground. Nail of the offender. Penalty, says Mike Riley. Dickov for the lead. Leicester ahead.
Two months gone, and with only one defeat still, Leicester were up to second, and they were getting used to their new ground.
The atmosphere that 32,000 fans create is amazing. The night games are special games. It seems to be a real special atmosphere for night games. But it's just a tremendous environment. You know, I think this football club is geared to the Premiership. I've got certainly no complaints about how it's set up. You know, the training ground's first class, the Walker Stadium's first class. We've got good people doing the right jobs in all the key areas.
The fans have been great for us this season as well. I mean, I think our average crowd last season was 17,000, so to get to average 29,000 this season, it's fantastic, and it's kicked the boys on a bit as well, to seeing that we've got that support.
An extra-time victory at Hillsborough saw Leicester safely through to round 3 of the Worthington Cup. But it was the First Division strugglers who went in front and held it for almost an hour, Gerald Seaborn shooting past Ian Walker. But right at the death in added time, a Leicester free kick turned the game into extra time. Izzet's daisy cutter just creeping in.
Here's David Nilsson. Emblem making up a heck of a lot of ground away to his left-hand side, but he's hanging on to it for now. David Nilsson. Plenty of power behind it, but Ian Walker saw it coming all the way. Leicester will try again. Another Alan Rodgers corner, and Taggart on the end of it again. And this time it's over, and what a chance that was for the Northern Ireland man.
The first home defeat by a single goal came in a bad week for the club. Players were asked to take pay cuts, shares were suspended, and Burnley snatched 3 points. Salvation for a better financial future was seen in the form of ex-player turned television presenter Gary Lineker. As fans drove the short distance to Nottingham Forest City ground, the club was by now in administration. But some of that was forgotten when Brian Deane headed them ahead, albeit very much against the run of play. And Leicester took a 2-0 lead into the break through Paul Dickov. Rodgers provided the opportunity. For all that it'd been a bad week for Leicester, the goal made it easier to bear. But the second half was very different. Forest back in the game when Frank Sinclair brought David Johnson down. He recovered to add his 16th goal of the season. And then in the final minute of added time, and there was nearly 5 minutes of it, Paul Hart's team snatched a draw, Walker missed the ball, Jack Lester made no mistake.
Izzet for McKinley. Koniec has hurt himself. Meanwhile, Partridge is racing away, and it's opened up for him! Oh yes! He is fast making a name for himself. Partridge burst away, and Coventry are in front on Derby Day in the Midlands. Here is Dickov. Sinclair and Dickov! Oh, and Hildegard reacted and managed to turn it over.
Well, Dickov more than anybody else is desperate to get this goal back for Leicester City.
Alan Rodgers, and Taggart is in there, and it's gone over the line, and it's in, and Leicester are level. Taggart is claiming in, and in a traumatic week for Leicester City, that means even more than usual.
Well, it's very close in, this is, but it's a case of a player saying, that's mine.
McKinley hanging in there for Leicester. Coventry have a man down though. Muzzy isn't not too concerned about that. And Dean's coming in! It's Brian Deane! Leicester have turned it round! They are alive and kicking!
Well, the ball from Muzzy is just something else. And then the desire from the striker, Brian Deane, to get above Caldwell, the defender, get over the top of him and get your head on it. Be brave, and that's exactly what he does. What a superb goal.
By the end of October, Portsmouth had opened up a 7-point gap, and despite the financial problems, they were on course and coping with having no money.
It's not a good thing, but, you know, give credit to Micky Adams, you know, he kept us going, and if anything, it brought us closer together as a team, and you know, we managed to get through it as a team.
the directors of this football club who kept me fully informed of what was happening. We were at a stage where we really needed to offload as many players as we could, and at that stage we perhaps would have taken an offer on most players. But you know, I didn't announce it too much because I didn't want to lose anybody. You know, I thought our best chance really of gaining promotion was keeping everybody together.
In their first game in November, the weather at Portsmouth was simply atrocious. Not suited to Leicester's passing game, but despite Micky Adams' protestations, the game between first and second went ahead and they took 3 excellent points. First goal scored by Jamie Scowcroft when he nutmegged goalkeeper Shaka Hislop. Both goals came in the first half. Captain Matt Elliott, a man never deterred by a drop of rain, with the second.
Neville. And then Solskjaer. Clever layoff to the younger of the Neville brothers. Forlan with an appetite for work, finding Quinton Fortune. There's progress down the left from O'Shea. The cutback is for Forlan. It's kept out. Solskjaer's in there raiding. And how brave was Ian Walker there? Beckham this time does manage to poke the ball through to Quinton Fortune. It's wide to Solskjaer. He'll cut in, he'll shoot. He won't score, but the follower, Walker, has done brilliantly for the second time tonight. He's also fencing for space. It's Elliott! It was away off the line. And Matt Elliott, who was a goal scorer at Portsmouth on Saturday, was close to another goal here. Look how he gets up here. A little flick header from Elliott. Carroll pushed it on and May effected the clearance. O'Shea's clip ball. Solskjaer is onside. It'll be Solskjaer into the Leicester area here. And he's still there. And a super save from Walker. It's Walker versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in this game. And Walker's winning hands down. From Izzet. Carroll against to come from his line, and he's lost it. And Leicester have the ball in the net, but the flag has been raised. But the second, Scowcroft hammered the ball hard and low and true into Manchester United's net. The referee's assistant on the far side had his flag raised. Now up goes Carroll. Was he fouled? Was there a bang on the back? There he goes down, lost it in the tussle with Sinclair. Scowcroft put it in. Izzet and Impey combining as they've done so often for Leicester. It's in towards Scowcroft. He's a chance. He dinks it down for Davidson. Chance here, Dickov, and Roy Carroll makes his best stop of the night. Forlan, again a chance here for Beckham to turn the screw. He will cross, and the referee is going to give the penalty for the push on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and here is Manchester United's chance. Deadly Beckham. Manchester United 1, Leicester City 0. Solskjaer. Come back here for Scholes. He'll look to play a 1-2 around the edge of the area. He'll look to thump it with that right foot of his. Still Solskjaer. Here's the cross, and here's number 2. And it's Richardson, the teenager, who has dived in. A moment to savour for the teenager.
Walsall scrambling away from Izzet's corner. But he's come wide to collect it at a second attempt. Here's McKinley, away from his marker. McKinley's ball. Heath nutmegs Walker. It's 1-0. The Leicester lad has put his team ahead. Summerby. Scowcroft trying to get away from Darren Rack here, his marker. Here is Scowcroft. It's 2-0. It took a deflection on the way, but who's counting? Muzzy Izzet having a good luck. There's 5 Leicester shirts in there. Dinks one forward towards Heath. 1-0 inside a minute. Leicester have stolen the lead at the New Den. Well, it was a great run forward. There goes Heath, scampers into the little gap. Wonderful header. Warner had no chance. Leicester starting to dominate now. Izzet's ball. Jordan Stewart coming away. Will try one himself. What a finish! 2-0 inside 3 minutes. Again, great vision from Izzet. Wonderful ball. Beat the offside trap. He had options. Chose to go alone. It was the right choice. Dean underneath it. Appeals for a free kick, and the referee's certainly blown up. Suggestions of an arm in the face of Lawrence. He'll be booked. Here's Brian Dean again. All late challenge this time. Involved with Dennis Wise. What a surprise that is. And it may be too much for the referee to take. He's already been booked, of course. It is. It's a red card and a straight red. Suspicions of retribution. That's the way the referee's seen it. An early bar for Brian Dean. Harris out wide. He does have support. Here's Roberts with a shot. Spilled. Claridge. Reed. 2-1. The first shot Walker couldn't hold on to. Claridge couldn't get there. Stephen Reed could. Here's May. He's done well wide there. Has support in the middle, one of whom is Dennis Wise. Here is Wise. Wouldn't you just know it? 2 each. 9 minutes to go. Leicester couldn't hold on, and their former player has levelled the scores. Benjamin underneath it. Goes down, appeals for a penalty. Referee says yes. A chance to win the game for Muzzy Izzet. Saved by Warner. Izzet stands over it. So too does Alan Rodgers. Looks favourite to take it. It is Rodgers into the near post. Dickov! 1-0! Rotheram very much on the back foot. Here's Davidson. Jordan Stewart. There is 2 options in there for him, one of which is Brian Dean. Here is Stewart on his right foot. What a finish that is! Wonderful strike from the youngster. Look at the way he put his foot round the ball. Sensational finish. Rotherham desperately trying to get back into it. Walker hasn't claimed. McIntosh there. It perhaps will only be a conciliatory goal for Rotherham, but they have one back. Long, searching Preston ball. Elliott can't get there. Neither can Jerry Taggart. Fuller's away here. Leicester are in trouble. Here's Fuller. Preston ahead at Deepdale. Long ball forward. It's Dickov scampering away. Here's Paul Dickov. Palmed away to safety. Izzet's corner kick. Sinclair's header. Dickov off the bar. Fuller away again. Taggart in trouble again. Here is Ricardo Fuller. Away from Elliott. Fuller! 2-0. No points from Deepdale for Leicester tonight.
There's always a charge out of the wall. And it's Davidson who finally gets a shot in, and it drops on top of the bar, and Leicester have scored. What a start here. And it's Barnard. Oh, he's rugby tackled by Sinclair, who will be yellow carded for this. Sinclair's been sent off. I honestly don't know what he'd done. He must have said something, and he is being told by Poughton and Barnard it's time to go. He is horrified by this decision. So will Leicester be. Poughton will knock another ball in here. Chances, goal! Grimsby score! They are level in this game. It's free kick for Leicester City. They'll be trying to pick out either Elliott or Taggart. It's Elliott! Super stop from Danny Coyne. In the wide position, Dickov. Even wider is Impey now. He goes over the outstretched leg of the defender and hooks the ball across here. Oh, fantastic goal! Muzzy Izzet! What a goal from the Turkish international. That's right out of the top draw. And that's why Leicester are near the top of the First Division. A goal of absolute quality. A stunning strike from Muzzy Izzet.
The gap between Portsmouth and Leicester stayed 7 points, but crucially, they were now 5 points clear of third, with Muzzy Izzet grabbing the headlines on the field.
I wasn't playing particularly well in the game. It was a tough game. I think Frank Sinclair might have even been sent off in that game, so he was down to 10 men. The week before, I missed a penalty against Millwall to make it 3-2. We would have got 3 points, but I missed it, so we drew 2-2. So I was disappointed anyway with not getting the 3 points that week, and hopefully I may redeem myself the following week. But it was Andy Impey on the right. He done a good bit of work, got a cross in, and it's one of them you try. You just one of them. You try it 100 times and it comes off the once, and I'm glad it come off, to be honest.
It's probably only Muzzy at our club who could have done that, and it's been a massive bonus for us that Muzzy stayed this season, because I think maybe if he had gone, we wouldn't have been in the position we're in, because he's such a big influence on the team and on the club as a whole.
With him in the team, we're a good side. Without him in the team, we're an average side, and we'll have to grind out results when he's not there. And he had a few suspensions this year, so you have to say well done to the rest of the squad for stepping into his shoes and grinding out those results where I don't think we played particularly well. But with him in the side, we had a little bit of quality.
Would it be one of the best goals you've scored?
Yeah, it is the best goal I've scored. Oh yeah, it's one of them, like you say, it's fantasy football.
Will you be trying it again?
No, I nearly broke my neck. I won't recommend it to anyone.
Sheffield United pushing on. Leicester backtracking momentarily. Here's Stephen Cabba with Elliott in front of him. Then coming forward for United, Cabba goes alone off the horizontal, and Walker didn't know too much about it. Leicester building now. Here's Stewart scampering away, looking to try and find right. Inches over. Izzet's corner. Scowcroft and Stewart involved. Keeps his feet as Stewart tries to get it back in. Here is Scowcroft. Comes wide and Taggart! Wide! Rogers' corner kick. Elliott! Great save!
As if the return of manager Mark McGee wasn't enough to fire up the team and the supporters, there was also, of course, the return of Dennis Wise. But the ever-smiling Steve Claridge, though, remained as popular as ever. He even found time to oblige autograph hunters. On the field, the 30-something striker showed he'd lost none of his cutting edge, putting Millwall ahead, the goal timed at an incredible 14 seconds. But on 10 minutes, Leicester's number 10 equalised, and they never looked back. Jamie Scowcroft started and finished the move, a diving header to complement Stewart's cross. Their half-time lead came courtesy of a trademark Leicester goal. Downward header from Matt Elliott, well out of Warner's reach. When the big defender gets in those positions, a goal is the usual outcome. In the second half, Leicester stepped up the pressure. Izzet's cross, Scowcroft lurking to head his second of the afternoon. From a shaky start, it was looking good. Deservedly, Paul Dickov completed the scoring, outpacing the defence, shrugging off challenges to fire past Warner. The 31,000 crowd went home happy. After an early setback, Leicester had been dominant.
Dickov's made a run here, he's in space and around the goalkeeper. Dickov against the post, Dean! Well, was that over the line? Referee appears to say no. Surely it was. Visibility could be a major factor in this. Rodgers free kick. Dean climbs, 1-0! Izzet's free kick. Header from Scowcroft. Dean. Penalty given. There's the push on Matt Heath. Little shove in the back, just enough. Well-positioned referee. Good spot. Dickov. He doesn't miss those, does he? Off he goes into the corner. Another goal for the account. Another goal for Leicester's Premiership push. Everyone's back to defend this free kick for Leicester. Swung deep this time. The header is over Walker. And it's one each. Leicester punished for some slack defending at the deep post. Leicester, of course, were on the end of a 6-1 hammering earlier in the season by Ipswich. To start defending, else they'll fall foul here. There's no attempt at a tackle at all, is there? They're really struggling to get hold of the ball. In it comes, must get it away, they don't, and Ambrose scores! Darren Ambrose, 2-1 Ipswich Town! Jermaine Pennant will run this down, he does have support here, Leicester backtracking furiously. Here's Helgeson, 1-0 Watford! Heide Helgeson with the goal, and the strangest of celebrations. Izzet's corner. Watford failing to clear. Here's Dickov flicking it back in. Matt Elliott! One each. All square. And quite a finish as well. Dickov's little flick did well to keep it down. Great finish. Another corner from Izzet. Swung in towards Brian Dean. 2-1. Leicester City ahead, and how they will celebrate!
After Christmas, they were 8 clear of third and only 4 behind the leaders, and delighted with their performance against Millwall.
Probably the highlight of the game that I played in would probably be the Millwall game here at home, which the atmosphere was great for various reasons, and I think that was probably the best team performance I was involved in for 90 minutes. I mean, we played well in sort of bits and pieces throughout games, maybe 10-15 minutes here, but I think as a whole game, it's probably the best team performance I was involved in.
If there was ever a game that we were up for, it was that one, and we played ever so well, and played some decent stuff as well. Perhaps answered a few critics that day.
Do you think that was your best performance of the season?
When I look back at it, I would say the Watford game at home was probably our best one and the most significant one. But in terms of pure football, I think the the Millwall game was as good as we produced, yeah.
The FA Cup didn't prove a distraction. A 2-0 win against Bristol City ensured they went into round 4, though it did take until 2 minutes into added time at the end of the first half before Matt Elliott ended Bristol resistance. Summerby and Dickov then combined to make it 2-0 in the 75th minute, the latter side-footing in from 4 yards out.
Stoke very much on the back foot here, trying to get it away. Here's O'Connor under it. It's taken off him. And here's Impey and Dickov. Dickov with a shooting chance, just wide. Elliott with the header. Hoiked away. Dickov will chase down that right-hand side. Being held back by Handyside, surely. And Handyside could be in trouble here. Yes, his second yellow of the game. Peter Handyside has been dismissed. Stoke down to 10 men. Benjamin. Gunnarsson's clattered into him. Free kick to Leicester City. And Jerry Taggart's come over. Got to be careful here. Taggart has already been booked. Little fracas with Chris Iwelumo right in front of the referee. He's got to be careful. Not careful enough, though. A second yellow for Jerry Taggart. Both sides down to 10 men. Dickov, twisting and turning, he does have support. Paul Dickov, just over the bar, inches over. Leicester under the cosh here at the Priestfield. Struggling at the moment to even get it clear. It's come away as far as Shaw, what a strike, 1-0. Long boot downfield. Leicester still unconvincing at the back, to say the least. Elliott's there, so's Taggart. Oh, calamitous at the back. Sadebe has capitalised, has he? Yes, he has, 2-0. What a mistake. Rodgers free kick. Sinclair! They've pulled one back 5 minutes into the second half. Rodgers going wide with support. One of whom is Tommy Wright. Wright! Yes! His first senior goal! Leicester in search of this winner now. Here's Rodgers with the shot. Parried away. Wright! Great save. Long ball hoiked forward. Walker's come for it. Hasn't collected here. They're in trouble, Leicester at the back. Sadebe has stolen the win with 4 minutes to go.
Any hopes of a long cup run evaporated in front of a full house at Molineux. It took the home side 5 minutes to go in front. A fine run and shot from George and Dar. On the half hour, an equaliser and a flashpoint in the game. Paul Dickov seemed to be held by Dennis Irwin. The Wolves players, led by Paul Ince, protested. But it soon calmed and Dickov got to his feet to send goalkeeper Murray the wrong way. As the game went into added time at the end of the first half, Wolves went back in front and Dar again the scorer. Wolves doubled their score in the second half. 6 minutes in, Kenny Miller raced clear of the defence before rounding Ian Walker and making it 3-1. The Scotsman added his second and Wolves' fourth at 10 minutes from the end. Walker saved his first effort but merely palmed the ball back to the player who made no mistake.
Here's Callum Davidson, looking to try and find Elliott at the back stick. Goalkeeper comes, Benjamin causes him a problem, Dickov! Oh, what a finish! Leicester have the lead, and in style. Acrobatic. The away fans ecstatic. Sinclair. Scuff shot. Benjamin goes to ground, penalty saves the referee. Paul Dickov for 2-0, it's there! Izzet with the instructions to the far post, here's Scowcroft, Matt Heath, 3-0! Well, surely there's no way back for Reading, but they're trying regardless. Here's Forster. More yellow shirts around him than blue and white, and here's Hughes! 3-1.
The January transfer window meant nothing to Leicester, who weren't allowed to strengthen their squad. Not that manager Micky Adams minded.
You're trying to keep your squad together, but the frustration of not being able to add to it.
I think that's a good thing as well, Gary. You know, people will never know whether I'm a good manager or a lucky one. I've got a group of players that I inherited, and we've been criticised in some quarters this season, you know, for the way we've played. But I felt that with a group of players that we got, the way we had to approach games, with the group of players that we got, we adopted a certain style, and it didn't suit everybody. It's certainly not the way that I would want to play the game. But there's no use me trying to adopt a style of play that doesn't suit the group of players that I've got, because I can't change it round. And I thought that very, very quickly, that, you know, we're going to have to grind out results. We're going to have to make ourselves really difficult to beat, which isn't a bad trait anyway, in whatever league you're in. And if we are being accused of being a little bit direct, it's because the style of player that we've got at the football club.
Did you enjoy it all?
Yeah, I enjoy winning games of football, and I'm sure the fans do. You know, I don't take too much criticism from the fans of Leicester City. Perhaps other teams that we've beaten and have not enjoyed it too much.
Out to Alan Rogers. Here is Muzzy, Izzet! And Benjamin! Not quite. Palace just starting to find their feet. Great ball drilled through. He's onside, Tommy Black. Here's Black! Good stop from Walker. Scowcroft with a charge. Scowcroft thwarted. Out as far as Jones. Lost his feet momentarily. Dickov! 1-0! Great finish! Looked up, picked his spot, and found it. Izzet brings it down, may try one, Muzzy Izzet, good save again. Great effort. Izzet to take the free kick, he's picked out Paul Dickov, clever header. Walker can't get there. Leicester have the lead. Matt Elliott's long ball, looking to try and pick out Scowcroft. Here's Benjamin and Scowcroft, and smothered. No, it isn't. Is it over the line? Yes, it is. 2-0 Leicester City. Izzet's free kick. Matt Elliott. Oh, too easy. Way too easy. Swung in again by Izzet. Scowcroft this time. Carbon copy. It is the titanic top-of-the-table clash they've all been talking about. Party atmosphere inside. Who knows what's to come? Rogers' throw. Going to pick out Dickov. Constant thorn in Pompey's side. Tries the shot. No great problems on this occasion, but he's a constant threat. Portsmouth building. with Yakubu. Starting to cause problems himself. Todorov with his back to goal, tries a shot! Straight down the throat of Ian Walker. Walker will send it long again. Leicester growing in confidence as the minutes tick on. Scowcroft leaping for it. Portsmouth looking to get it away. He's made a hash of it. Here's Trevor Benjamin! 1-0! Leicester still in front! Just how important a goal will that prove as the title race comes to a conclusion? Suspicions of a handball. Scowcroft dived in bravely. Benjamin crashed it into the near post, kept his head, kept his composure. Leicester with the crucial advantage. Time can't tick away quite quickly enough for Micky Adams. 25 minutes to go. Portsmouth desperate for the equaliser. Merson's long ball, and it's a good one into space. 3 or 4 white shirts streaking forward. Here's Taylor. Oh, what a goal! Sensational equaliser, wonderful strike. Matthew Taylor has hit a stupendous equaliser. Chances are they will reacquaint themselves in the Premiership next year. Rodgers' ball. Wimbledon managed to scramble it away. Sinclair on this near side. Was he tugged? Yes, he was. Penalty, Leicester City. Little tug, just enough. Leicester have a chance to take the lead from the spot now. Dickov. Leicester ahead. Leicester on the offensive again. Here's Scowcroft. Handball, was it? That's what he wants. Yes, says the referee. Another penalty. Have another look at it. Well, it certainly caught his arm. Dickov again. Paul Dickov! 2-0! Wimbledon struggling to deal with Leicester's constant threat. Benjamin's ball picks out Stewart. He does have support. They try the shot. Comes over the top to Benjamin! It's 3-0. It is turning into an easy afternoon at the office now. Stewart. Rodgers goes wide. To try and pull it back. Here's Stewart again. Trying to get away from his defenders. Goalkeeper scuffers it. Dickov for the hat-trick. 3 goals for Paul Dickov. 4 goals for Leicester City. It's 4-0.
Two months into the new year and still within touching distance of the leaders. Paul Dickov very much the man in form.
I think probably the Crystal Palace one here at the Walkers for a couple of reasons. One, because it was with my left foot and I don't score too many with my left foot from outside the box. I was pleased with that, and Alan Corky does a lot of work with us in the training ground, finishing afterwards, hit the target with your left foot, hit the target, and I was pleasing for that aspect. And I think it was important as well because Sheffield United at that time had creeped up behind us, and they were only 3 points behind us, and they lost that day, and obviously me scoring to make it 1-0, it gave us that sort of 6 points cushion again. Paul
Dickov, who at long last has added goals to his game. You know, everybody says what a good and honest and hard worker he is, but he's not a goal scorer. Well, he's proved people wrong this year that he is a goal scorer.
What was it like being voted Player of the Season by the supporters here?
Yeah, it was great. I was delighted with it, but I think it must have been a hard choice this season because what we prided ourselves on really was it being a team effort and everybody being together. I said so. To pick one player out must have been so hard because it was a great achievement for the club to get promoted, and for me to be picked out by the supporters and getting the Players' Player one as well I was delighted with that because you're obviously it's your own professionals that are voting for you and your own players, so that for me was great.
Walker's long ball headed away momentarily though. Dean back in. Benjamin's at the far post. Headed down, well saved by Grant. Took him 2 attempts, but he finally pushed it away. Clancy now for Derby. Ravanelli at the back post, great save, Walker. And Leicester managed to smother it away. It was Kincladsey's ball, good header, great right hand. Micky Adams' side under pressure here. They're struggling at the moment. Here's Ravanelli. Finds its way through to Craig. Burnley! Good stop again from Walker. It was right down his throat. Muzzy is it to swing a corner into a cluster of shirts inside the 6-yard box. Here's Brian Dean! 1-0 Leicester City. They have the advantage in the big derby. How many times have we seen them effective from corner kicks? Elliott with the touch. It presented itself to Brian Dean, and from a yard, there was no way he was going to miss. Izzet's ball. It's Elliott on the far side. Benjamin! Good stop, again. A look to the gods for some form of inspiration. Lee Grant again in his way. Here's Boateng for Derby. Away from Stewart. Not convincing though, headed back in. Ravanelli's touch. Burnley! It's all square. Honours even at Pride Park.
Stewart. It's a frenzied, rather untidy game. Stewart went over. Atherton wasn't deemed to have committed a foul. Dickov's got free momentarily. Here comes Stewart by way of support. Down towards Benjamin! It's a top save from Davison. And scraped away by Francis. Really brave piece of goalkeeping by Aidan Davison. As it went short, Rogers. Taggart got up, came back to Elliott! Almost broke the bar. Walker's free kick. Came out towards Izzet. And then to Stewart. And Stewart let it fly and was very close. A decent dip from the young man who's recently turned 21 and who was as close to anyone in the second half to finding the key to the door. Somerville long. Could have been, certainly in terms of goals, Bradford's equal up to now, but here is Dickov. Dickov's had a go! And concerned Davison and very nearly concerned his far post. Forrest and Emmanuel over the set piece. It's Emmanuel who strikes it, Lawrence who tries to flick it on and touches it back for Forrest. Oh! And wide from Wetherall. By Francis, inviting ball for Uhlenbeck, who took it well and got goal side of Taggart and went over, and George Kane has given nothing again, and Uhlenbeck is incensed. Now my first instinct is to say that this was the best shout of the lot, because Uhlenbeck had got goal side of Taggart. Taggart, though, in fairness to him, did take the ball. Stewart, on by Dean. Dickov turning. Dickov! Top save from Davison. Fingertip it over the bar.
Five men in that Leicester wall. McLaren will strike one. It's 1-0. Impey. Dickov's header. Great save. McLaren. Evans. Oh, he's made a hash of it. Oh, it's all square. What a catastrophe. Not one for his home video collection. What a shocker. Summerby goes wide. Good work from Nicky Summerby. Is it? Izzet involved in there again, no surprises there. And here's Impey, losing 2 men in the process. Izzet, nice little interplay with Scowcroft, looking to try and find Dickov at the near post. Stewart back in, Dickov almost got there as well. Just bobbling away from the goalkeeper, just a little too far in front of the Scot as well. Impey's throw. Dickov again, flicks one in. Headers from Dean, away from the goalkeeper. Managed to get a palm and a half on it, maybe. Again, a thread of the near post, goalkeeper reacted well. Eddie Lewis, the favourite to take this. Oh, what a strike it was! Lovely finish. Perhaps Walker could have done better. Well, he looked to have been slow off his mark there, Ian Walker, just a touch. Almost lost his footing. Leicester behind. Much for Micky Adams to contemplate. Much for them to worry about. Izzet's ball in. Dean the target. 3 men attacked it. Not one of them got it. Back into this near side. Dickov. Clever little ball. Dean! 1 each! All square! He salutes the man that provided the chance. It was a smart ball from Dickov. Dean quick to react. Leicester back on level terms. Good ball. Couldn't really miss, could he? But he still had to put it in, of course. Well in by Impey. Goes to ground, referee says play on. Leicester are quite happy to. Impey scampering away down that right-hand side. Here's Dickov. Good stop again. Graham Alexander headers it away over his own bar. Leicester building in confidence. Preston on the back foot. Good interception. Chance to come away on the break, perhaps. Long searching ball forward as those blue shirts streak forward. Here's Jordan Stewart! Oh, off the post! What do they have to do? Good ball again. Lovely little flick on. Stewart away, had the pace to get away, beat the goalkeeper, all hands up. Just couldn't beat the woodwork. Lovely touch. Extremely unfortunate. Nothing he can do on the touchline. What can his players do? Brian Dean! Is that the winner? Great header. His second goal of the game. 1-0 down. Now 2-1 up. The searching long ball. Lovely looping header. Keeper had no chance. Had the power to push the defender away. Just guided the ball into the top left-hand corner. Great finish. Impey's ball again. Again looking for Dean. Just wide this time. He's done his work for the night, though. Looking for that third goal. Looking for that hat-trick still. All Leicester's big guns up from the back. Izzet to whip it in. Elliott's there. Scramble. Dickov will claim it. Leicester City ahead. Well, we know what danger these have already caused tonight. Izzet's ball. Benjamin! 2-0. They've doubled the lead. Burnley hoping to find a way back from this free kick. Leicester have been caught out here. Sinclair has turned it into his own net. Leicester pressing. Dickov's little flick. Izzet's header. Oh, off the top of the bar. Benjamin's ball in. Coventry trying to scramble it away, only as far as Billy McKinley. McKinley's shot! Oh, what a shot! Wonderful strike! He cocked the trigger there and let fly. What a hit! Great goal. Davidson does have support here. One of whom is Jamie Scowcroft! 2-0! Coventry are taking a quick corner kick here. Here's McAllister. Janssen! 2-1. Game on.
By the end of March, promotion and the title was a two-horse race. The players increasingly impressed with their manager and what he'd done.
Micky Adams, what can you say? What he's had to put up with this season. You know, I don't know too many managers that would have sort of been able to go through with it and see it out. I don't know what he was thinking during the season, you know, going home to his family, and with the pressures off the, the pressure off the field more than on the field was probably getting to him more than anything. But he'd come in every day with a smile on his face, as if nothing had bothered him. But I'm sure it was getting on his nerves, everything that was going on, that he couldn't bring players in, and he couldn't do this, and we couldn't stay, we couldn't play away from home and stay in hotels overnight because financially we couldn't afford to. So he's had to put up with a lot, but he's managed to sort of keep us focused. He was the one who kept us together. Him, Alan Court, Peter Shirtcliffe, they all kept us together and kept us believing in ourselves. And like I say, just kept us motivated.
He's great. He's been great for me. Him, when Dave Bassett and the gaffer first brought me here, they gave me a chance, and I won't be able to thank them enough for that. And this season's probably, I'm 30 now, and it's probably my first full season that I've played regular football, and I feel I'm as fit as I've ever been, and I'm playing as well as I ever have. And I think a lot of that is down to the manager and Alan Cork and Peter Shirtcliffe, because they have brought my game on a lot.
Only a half clearance as far as Izzet, who has Rodgers wide. Rodgers' ball cleared away as far as Scowcroft. Benjamin! Advantage Leicester City. Taggart stands one up. Flick on from Scowcroft. Stewart tried to get hold of it. Here is Stewart again. Onside! Goalkeeper smothers it. Callum Davidson! Leicester 2, Grimsby 0. Header away from Rodgers' throw as far as Stewart tries one. Ward, right! The 18-year-old has put Leicester in front at home against Nottingham Forest. Stewart's crack. Ward did well to even get there. Right, first to react.
The promotion champagne was on ice. It was all merely a formality that Leicester City would be promoted, and understandably the playing party were all smiles at Millmoor. 3,000 had made the journey up the M1. Disbelief at Alan Lee's powerful header as it shot past Walker. Micky Adams looked rueful. A brilliant turn and cross by Paul Dickov picked out Trevor Benjamin, whose superb header went beyond the goalkeeper. The fans chanted in their delight, but promotion still had to wait for another day. A mad scramble 8 minutes from the end almost produced a winner, but a stunning save from Gray denied Benjamin's flick, which looked a certain winner. The chilled champagne had to stay unopened. The day that Leicester City were back with the big boys. It took them 10 minutes to take the lead. Dickov's hard work, a fine cross to the near post. Muzzy is it quickest to react. A glancing header to beat Besant at his near post. No more than they deserved after totally dominating the game against strugglers Brighton. The goal that confirmed promotion came on half-time. Izzet's corner, powerful header from Jordan Stewart. At the final whistle, Leicester City were finally up, an astonishing achievement considering all the problems that had followed them throughout the season. The club had taken relegation, change of manager and near bankruptcy all in its stride.
As much as we have, you know, even though there was a lot of adversity, you know, we came through it, showed a lot of spirit. You know, the fans have been fantastic for us this season as well.
Now they all wanted the championship.
Benjamin wide. Powers past and Love. Use of the elbow. Clatters into Murphy and pretty much destroys him as well. Here's Stewart. Going to pull it back. Dickov couldn't quite get there. Goes back to find Benjamin. Here's Brian Dean! 1-0! Usual story. Brian Dean in the right place at the right time. Stewart's work. Little bit fortuitous off the heel of the defender. Touched back by Dickov, played in by Benjamin, smacked home by Brian Dean. Textbook finish. Here's Rob Kozlik. Michael Brown goes down. Callum Davidson will see yellow for that. Rash challenge. He's in the book. Asaba goes wide. Ball out of play. No, says the referee. On they go. Here's Michael Tong. He has support. Leicester backtracking furiously here. Oh, he couldn't keep it out. Carlos Saba. Well, did he keep it in? That's the question. Suspicions there, surely that the ball's gone out of play. Questions asked later on, no doubt. Tong continued as Leicester protested. In came the ball. Asaba had ghosted into position and scored. Rodgers forward. Little touch off from Dickov. Down under challenge goes the Leicester man. The shot off the post this time. It was Scowcroft holding his head. Got it away. Goalkeeper was beaten to it by pace but not direction. Headed towards the edge of the box. Leicester struggling to clear, and Love! What a hit that was! Talk about timing, take a look at that. Deserved a goal. Brown, again fouled by Davidson. He's got in the book before. Similar outcome before, yellow card, it'll be the same again, will it? Yes, it will, he's off. Leicester down to 10 men. We're deep into injury time, 95th minute to be exact. Here's Brown, tries the shot, just wide of the post. Referee's given a corner. Did he touch anyone on the way through? Must have done. And United have taken it quickly. Asaba! They've won it! Now that's what I call a friendly atmosphere. Who'd have thought they'd have had season tickets? Summerby's ball. Flick on from Taggart. Benjamin! Leicester ahead! He's happy. And so he should be. Taggart's flick. Benjamin crashed in at the far post. Leicester in front. Here's Jarvis in space with support, goes alone. Good save. The bubble just in front of Walker. Not easy to defend against, not easy to save either. He did well. Former Leicester manager, of course, looking on, as is a former player, Emil Heskey, here today. Norwich on the offensive. Little flick inside to find Rivers. Has space again, tries the shot. Oh, and some shot. Great goal. Really well hit, should have been closed down, wasn't. And Leicester have paid the penalty.
At the end of April, Leicester knew that they couldn't be caught. They were promoted. Relief that a trying season had come good.
I think I was pleased, really, in a way that it would all come down to the fact that if we beat Brighton at home, we would be promoted, and it didn't matter what anybody else did to us. Tinged with a little bit of sadness, because Brighton, as everybody knows, was my old club, and I was really, I wouldn't say sending them down, but I was helping them to be relegated, and I'd got a lot of time and respect for the players there, because a lot of them started off with me in the 3rd division. But yeah, what a relief. And it was relief more than anything. I don't think it was joy, it was relief. I was so relieved that, you know, we'd actually achieved our goal. I was slightly emotional as well, which didn't like me, but I think that's what it meant to me.
Your little lad may remember it, if he can remember at that young age. I mean, he
Benji sprayed all champagne all over him and he thought it was raining, so he's got a funny taste, my lad.
Well, we come in here after the Brighton game, when we actually got promoted, and obviously everyone's happy, you know. But I think it was more of a relief as well to finally get it over and done with, because there's a lot of talk when you're up there and you look like you're going to get promoted, until you're actually, you know, 100% sure of it, you can't take your foot off the gas. And that was probably the day that we knew we'd done it and we could relax a bit more.
The season came to a close in the Molineux sunshine. Leicester promoted, Wolves into the playoffs. Lee Naylor there to deny Brian Deane. A stunning goal from Scotland international Kenny Miller made Leicester sit up and take notice. His speed took him past defenders and he finished well as Walker came out of his goal. 12 minutes from the end, Ian Walker made way for Tim Flowers, the Leicester goalkeeper who'd started his career at Wolves, retiring as a player. Leicester worked hard for an equaliser, and from this move they so nearly made it 1-1. Four minutes from the end, they did get their point. Pollet handled the ball in bizarre circumstance. The replacement referee gave the penalty. And Trevor Benjamin sent Murray the wrong way. It was congratulations and backslapping all round. Leicester knew that they'd be playing in the Premiership next season. The fans who'd crossed the Midlands bid their team goodbye. The scent of a return to the top flight in the August sunshine already in their minds. After 10 months, the final table confirmed what a splendid season it had been at the Walker Stadium.
It was just a relief, really, to get promoted. Like I say, because there was long periods of the season where it looked at one stage, you know, the club was in major financial trouble. I've never been in so many meetings in all my life regarding, you know, other than football. So it was just a nice relief in the end to finally get promoted, hopefully, you know, getting back into the Premiership will ease the financial problems.
It's a fantastic achievement, you know. It's been well documented about some of the problems we've had off the pitch. People constantly having a dig at the club and a dig at the players, and people not letting the manager sign players when we really needed it because we were down to the bare bones. So I think what we've achieved as a group of players and as a club it's got to be up there with one of the best achievements I've had in my career anyway.
I could talk about every single one of them as playing a significant part in the promotion. But really, you know, I'm just pleased that we've got this football club back on the stage that we think it rightly should be. It's now staying there, that's the problem.
I can remember reading Muzzy's column in the paper earlier in the season, and he said if we go up this season with what's happened to us, it'll rank with the club's greatest achievements, and I wouldn't disagree with that. To stay up next season, that might be as great an achievement.